Epstein judge demands answers. The public has a right to know. A federal judge is demanding greater transparency from the Justice Department over its handling of documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein, declaring that the American public has a right to understand what is happening in the case. During a tense court hearing, U.S. District Judge Emmet Sullivan questioned government attorneys about redactions and the release of records connected to Epstein. At the center of the dispute is whether the Justice Department has fully complied with previous court orders requiring greater disclosure of certain materials. The judge made clear that he was frustrated with the government's explanations. Sullivan decided that the hearing should be conducted publicly rather than behind closed doors. Explaining that decision, he delivered a striking statement. The public has a right to know what the hell is going on in this case. He also emphasized that Epstein's victims have a right to know what is happening. The controversy comes amid continuing public pressure for greater transparency surrounding the so-called Epstein files. For years, Epstein's relationships with wealthy and powerful individuals have fueled intense public interest, speculation, and demands for the release of government records. But the current court dispute is focused on a specific legal question: whether federal authorities have properly followed court orders concerning the disclosure and redaction of documents. During the hearing, government attorneys were pressed to explain why certain information remained redacted and how officials determined what should be withheld from the public. According to reports from the courtroom, the judge was not satisfied with some of the government's responses. And his warning became even stronger when the possibility of contempt of court was discussed. Sullivan indicated that continued failure to comply with court orders could potentially result in contempt proceedings. He reportedly told government attorneys, "That's not a threat, that's a promise." However, an important distinction must be made. The Justice Department has not been found in contempt in this matter. The judge was warning about possible consequences if the government fails to comply with the court's requirements in the future. The confrontation is significant because it comes during a much broader political battle over the release of Epstein-related records. Members of the public, political figures, and victims have all demanded greater transparency about what federal authorities know and what information remains undisclosed. At the same time, courts must balance demands for transparency against legal requirements protecting victims, witnesses, and other sensitive information. That makes the question of redactions particularly complicated. Some information can legitimately remain confidential,